Hi there, welcome back to It's Only Paper. I'm Lisa and I love memory keeping, journaling, scrapbooking, all that kind of thing, as you well know if you follow my channel already. So today I wanted to do a flip through of this mini book, this mini journal that I made quite some time ago. It was from 2017. And I thought I would give you a little look through as we were discussing mini journals in my previous video. I'll leave the link below if you want to go and take a look. But I wanted to show you the benefits of creating like this mini journal compared to other ways of memory keeping your Disney trips. So I have some examples to show you. This is one giant scrapbook from 2014. Our trip may well have gone into yes, I used 2 scrapbooks, so you can imagine how long this took. I think I may well have a flip through of this one. I'll have a look, and if I have, I'll leave the link below. But as you can see, it's a 12 by 12 scrapbook and it took forever. Sometimes I even go back and into my old Disney scrapbooks and create another page because there's always stories that I haven't told, but these take forever to make. You can see how old it is because that is Disney Quest, which was a long time ago. So yeah, that is a 12 by 12 scrapbook that takes forever to make, but fun. I love doing these. This here is my 2019 journal. I've still got a couple of pages to make, and this is Disneyland, California, and also Disney World as well. We flew from one to the other. So I've got everything in here, and like I said, I've still got just a couple of pages to go and then the journal is finished. I want to do something on the back there as well. So that's that. Again, it takes ages to make. When it's finished, I will do a flip through of this one. And then you've got, on the smaller scale, a mini journal. And this is why I love a mini journal. You can just create a few highlighted bits. So I've got some photos, a tiny little bit of journaling, nothing in comparison to like the proper storytelling here, where I often have a lot of journaling, for example. I really do journal a lot more in this type of journal, but these, it's all about just like the highlights really. So I'm going to give you a flip through of this today and just let you have a look and see how this was made. I do have an old process video of this, of when I made it, and then you can see like all the supplies I've used. So I'll leave that link below. That's on my other channel, my like vlogging channel, where I used to keep this content as well, but now obviously I've separated it. But something like this I can generally do in a couple of hours. You get all your supplies on your desk, print all your photos beforehand, and you just make it really quick. So if you want a quick project to make, the mini journals are perfect, and they're easy to go back and do. So I'm still doing some now. I might just print off a load of photos, got my supplies in front of me, and I can quickly whip out a journal in an hour or 2. So if you've got the spare time to do something like that, it's really nice because you have a project that you've made from start to finish, and it feels really satisfying. I really love that feeling. Rather than, I do like the longer process of like a journal where you can really focus on each page. I love doing that kind of thing, but sometimes you also want just a quick journal. And as I said in my other video where I was talking about the mini journals, they make lovely gifts as well. So if you've maybe gone on an adventure with somebody else, print off the photos and gift it to them. Or you can even stalk like their Instagram or Facebook or something, take the photos and make one as a surprise. That would be so nice for a birthday or for Christmas. So I'm going to give you a flip through of this one. I can't actually remember. I think this might be Echo Park. Ah, here. I like to leave the strips. Yes, Echo Park, Wish Upon a Star. That's the collection I use. When I'm doing something like this, I love to have a full collection in front of me. I'll go and collect bits and pieces, make sure that I've got everything that I need in front of me on the desk, and it really speeds up the process. So here you can see it's a layered book. I love creating with lots of layers. It just makes the book so much more interesting. I really love doing it. And I've used the 12 by 12 sticker sheet as well and popped these on. And again, even with the cover here, I've added layers. I like to go around with a black pen as well. But if I lay it out like here, you can see all the different layers that I've created. And I've just taken a long reach stapler to staple it together. Super, super easy. And then when I'm creating it, I like to make sure all the layers overlap. So here there's a glassine envelope underneath. So before stapling it together, I make sure I can see lots and lots of bits and pieces. I love all the color contrast. For me, it's just, that's how I like it to look. So this is our 2017 Disney trip. I have actually got a scrapbook of this trip as well, but it was a 4-week trip in Orlando, and this was our first time staying on site at Disney, proper time. We'd had like a night that a friend gifted us for a wedding once before, but this was 6 nighs with the dining plan, staying at Beach Club. And it was just so, so special that I wanted to make a little journal for this part of the trip all on its own. So it's got like a dedicated mini journal. The rest is all in a scrapbook. And I've done 12 by 12s of these as well. But I just wanted a special keepsake of this trip, as this trip really, really changed our lives. It was this that really, really made us love Disney and wanting to stay on site, which then later led us to become DVC members a few years later. So I wanted to kind of like focus on this trip and all the special bits, like staying at Beach Club. It just felt so magical. We'd never ever had a Disney trip like this, and we loved the dining plan. So as you can see, I haven't gone into great detail. It really is just the highlights, and just making the most of all the cute little stickers and things. Things like refillable mugs. That was a first for us. It felt really, really special. So I wanted to capture that. That's out on our little patio of our room. And then I also like to capture silly stories. Ever since Louis was, I don't know, I don't think it was our first trip, maybe the second trip, so he was like 7. He's always got a green noodle. As soon as we've arrived at, usually when we're not on site, we would go like to Walmart or Publix or somewhere. He always picks up a green noodle for the swimming pool. So he was super excited to see them in the Beach Club. He didn't buy one that time, but he still likes to pick one up and have a laugh. So I wanted to capture that in here as well, and I've used that Good Times sticker there. And I've captured our first ADR of the trip. When we arrived, we went straight to beaches and cream. And again, I've just got some little bits here, and like I've journaled underneath just about how we loved being so close to Epcot. I've got the view from our room there. We had a ground floor room, so we had a cute little patio area which looked out over the small pool, which was really nice because we don't like the loud of the big pools. And then again, just capturing silly little moments there. That was at Cape May in the evening. The papers just work so well. They do all the work for you when you're using a collection like this. This is like an extra little card that I've stuck on. But look there, I've hardly done anything. I've added a couple of the die cut cards, journal cards, and then a photo. And I like to have the white border around for journaling. It makes journaling super, super easy. Sometimes when you've got loads of space for journaling, it kind of puts you under pressure. Whereas this kind of thing, I didn't want it to be all about the journaling. It was just capturing some fun memories. So just having that space to go around the photo worked really well. Obviously, you need your photo of your first morning in Magic Kingdom. There we go. And again, just having the cards just makes it so easy. Simple Stories also do some really fun Disney collections as well. And then I've just captured a few little fun moments. Lots of, like I said, dining reservations. As it was our first time using dining plan, we really went all out with the dining reservations and character meets, which we absolutely loved. Captured a few little memories there. And character meets, we just had so much fun on this trip. It was brilliant. So in the morning we had breakfast at Crystal Palace in Magic Kingdom. Then in the evening we came over to Hollywood and Vine in Hollywood Studios, and then we went on to meet all the Star Wars characters afterwards as well. No fast passes, and we had the best evening. We had so much fun. The next morning we had a bit of a lazier morning, and then we headed over to the Port Orleans resorts. We hadn't been there before, so it was really nice taking the boat from Disney Springs, and we did a spot of fishing there in Riverside. It was so much fun. And then we had an evening in Magic Kingdom. We just found it really relaxing staying on site. We had a lot more downtime than we expected. I love adding these little strips. So when I cut the papers, if I've got any strips added left over, I then pop them in the middle there, especially when they've got words on like that. You don't need to add anything else. It just looks so nice and just adds some really good interest to the journal as well. We became annual pass members for the first time this trip as well. But as you can see, it's such an easy way to make a little journal, and like I said, it would make a really nice gift as well to send to somebody. And you don't need loads of pages. You can just make up what size you want, however many pages you want. We had such a cool evening or afternoon. We split with the kids. First time we've done this in Disney. They went off for a day on their own, and then we had some fun in Trader Sam's drinking cocktails. I do actually have this trip vlogged. It's the very first trip that I ever vlogged, so that's on my other channel as well, and I'll leave the link for that too. And by the way, we have a Disney trip coming up. We've recently started a travel channel, Ada and Lisa Do Disney, and we're going to be vlogging our first Disney trip on that channel, so I'll leave the link to that channel as well, as we're off to Disneyland Paris. Very excited. Aid had a birthday during this trip. When we were staying there, we had a morning in Epcot, just messing around, and then in the evening we went to Ohana as well. So like I said, you can really see how just little bits and pieces have been captured. Not masses journaled, just the highlights, and sometimes I haven't even included a photo. I think I just had some extra pages here at the end, so I've just popped these in there, and that is the journal. Nice and quick, but it really sums up those 6 days. So you don't always need to do loads and loads of journaling, because I know journaling isn't for everyone either. But I'm really pleased with this. Let me know what you think. How do you document your big trips? Do you like to do a big journal, a big scrapbook, or do you also like to kind of like do the highlights in a smaller journal as well? I'd love to hear how you tackle those bigger trips or the bigger journals. Do you often break them down? That kind of thing. Let me know what you do. Thank you for watching. I will leave all the links below that I've mentioned, and I will see you very soon for another journaling video. Take care. Bye.